So welcome to our webinar. It's about opportunities in environmental technology in Montenegro. My name is Anna Salehi. I am the Austrian commercial attaché. I am based in Belgrade right now, but we are also responsible for Montenegro. And I have my colleague, Ms. Biljana Radonjic, in Montenegro in Podgorica. She's the head of office there, and she was the one who had contact with you and is also the right contact person if you have any inquiries. Before we start, I'd like to remind you all that this webinar is being recorded and a video will be available afterwards, as well as the presentations you will see and hear today. I kindly ask you all to turn off your video, like the camera and the microphone, and ask your questions if you have any in the group chats. We will have a Q&A session in the end, and we will be more than delighted to answer any questions you have. So today, as you know, our focus is Montenegro, a dynamic market at the Adriatic, on its path towards EU membership, currently aligning its legislative and technical standards with European requirements in our field. A key element of this transition is the Chapter 27 of the EU Acquis, covering the environmental and climate policy. For companies, that means on one hand stricter, but on the other hand clearer frameworks in areas such as the circular economy, waste management and packaging management, as well as water and wastewater treatment, air quality, industrial emissions, and alignment with the EU Green Deal. So for Austrian and Montenegrin partners alike, this creates tangible opportunities. Technology transfer, planning and engineering projects and services, certification processes, and investments in sustainable infrastructure. So I am very pleased that we have 4 guest speakers with us today, and I would like to introduce these experts to you, who will share their practical insights and current developments shaping the Montenegrin market. So first of all, we have Ms. Snezana Didanovic. She is the head of Department for Municipal Affairs and Water. Then we have Mr. Dragutin Sekulovic. He is the general manager of PROCON, which stands for Project and Consulting. And then afterwards, we have Ms. Milica Ivanic. She is the VIC Capacity Development Project Manager of Vodacom. And finally, we will have Mr. Andrija Simovic, who is the project manager of the Association of Montenegrin Waterworks. So I would like to first now introduce you to Ms. Snezana Didanovic. As I mentioned, she's the head of Department for Municipal Affairs and Water. She will present an overview of the water and wastewater sector, including also the legislative framework, the harmonization of national laws with EU requirements under the Chapter 27, and the implementation plan. As you know, our plan today, our goal is to be concrete, offering you realistic timelines, regulatory updates, and comparison models that you can then directly apply in your projects. Exactly. So, Ms. Snezana, please, the floor is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time and your interest in this important topic, wastewater. I hope this presentation will provide useful information, open space, and inspire potential cooperation between our country. On the first slide of my presentation, you can see legal framework in Montenegro in the part of wastewater. All about directive of urban wastewater defined in law of urban waste management of Montenegro. This law adopted 2017 and added in the last year. Other act, this is by law act about agglomeration, about reporting of this law and the directive, about monitoring, and important law in this part, two law of water. About strategic document in the wastewater treatment plant and the collectors and sewage system, very important wastewater management plan from the 2020 2035 adopted by government of Montenegro 2019. This wastewater management plan cover all obligation in all agglomeration in Montenegro and define obligation of building wastewater treatment plant and sewage system according directive. Last year, we adopted program of construction of municipal wastewater treatment plants for 3 years. First program adopted and cover period 2020 from 2023, but last year we adopted new program from the period in next 3 years. Wastewater management plan and implementation about this plan very hard for us because very expensive and about 472 million euros need for implementation this obligation. We define from this slide financial construction about 54% EU funds and other source about funds, loans, and internal funds of Montenegro. In Montenegro, there are 37 agglomeration, and all agglomeration in the next time from 2035 will be building about wastewater treatment plant and sewage system. In this slide, you can see deadline for agglomeration in Montenegro, and you can see that the first deadline 2035, and we must full building wastewater treatment plant and sewage system in agglomeration Nikšić 1, Podgorica 1, Bar 2, and different agglomeration in this. Final deadline according this plan is 2035, and we expect that in this period finally finish we realized all obligation according directive of urban wastewater 271 across 91. In this slide you can see status and how in all agglomeration situation in this moment, you can see that Montenegro have 37 agglomeration. Now we have 16 wastewater treatment plant in function, 53% in total inhabitant connect from sewage system and 65% inhabitant in agglomeration connection in sewage system. In the table, you have information where is allocated wastewater treatment plan, capacity about wastewater treatment plants, and technology about this. In the period of the next year, we have planned spend about 200 million euros for the construction of new wastewater treatment plants, expand of sewage network, protection coastal area about wastewater, and modernization of existing sewage system and wastewater treatment plants. A lot of project will be realized in municipality Kolašin, Rožaj, Mojkovac, Pljevlja, Ulcinj, Tivat and Kotor, Podgorica, Herceg Novi. In this period, we start to preparing plan of implementation new directive of urban wastewater. You know that 2024 European Parliament adopted new directive, and now Montenegro prepared a draft on this CIP. And in the future period, we planned that transpose or regulation in this part about new directive and realize this obligation. This is very, very hard and expensive directive, and in our domestic plan, we will be define in next time this process. More details in future public procurement and tenders and will be provided by the implementation unit, Procon and Vodacom. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. I now would like to introduce you to Mr. Dragutin Sekulovic. He is the general manager of the OO project consulting in Podgorica. It was established or founded because Montenegro is establishing a relationship with nature, proclaiming through the declaration on the ecological state of Montenegro and the system of sustainable development. So the national unit, among others, the national unit for the implementation of projects in the field of communal activities and environmental protection, founded this Procon. And Mr. Dragutin Sekulovic, he will now present the completed, ongoing and planned projects in water and wastewater in the wastewater sector, with a brief overview of developments in the field of solid waste management.
Thank you, Anna. Good morning, everyone, and it is a pleasure to be part of this webinar and to have a chance to speak a little bit about Montenegro projects and possibilities of cooperation between Montenegro and Austria. As Anna said, said, I will present briefly PROCON activities. PROCON is actually a national project implementation unit in the field of communal services and environment, established by the government of Montenegro in 2008 for purpose of implementing projects in the environment sector, financed mainly through IFI loans and EU grants. In the meantime, since 2008, we have completed in close cooperation with Line Ministry, which is Ministry of Ecology, Sustainable Development and Northern Region Development, a lot of projects in Montenegrin municipalities mainly in central and northern region of Montenegro. Our activities mainly focus on construction of water supply system, wastewater treatment plants, sewage networks, partly solid waste infrastructure, and in the meantime, we also expanded our activities in the projects related to social infrastructure. You can see on my presentation what is the mission and the main roles of PROCON in project implementation in Montenegro. Actually, main thing here is that we are link between EU, IFIs, Line Ministry, meaning State of Montenegro, and local authorities, which are the final beneficiaries of projects that we are implementing. During the whole life cycle of one project, we are dealing with different kind of activities, starting from the project preparation, feasibility analysis, application for providing of grant and loans for project implementation. We are also preparing terms of references for different kind of documents and technical documentation. We are the one who, together with local authorities, sometimes with the international consultants, are preparing tender procedures, conducting it in cooperation with local authorities, preparing draft contracts, and afterwards monitoring project implementation until its end. Also, of course, we are reporting our activities and project progress to the government of Montenegro and to the IFIs. You can see on the slide our main partners. I mentioned already some of them, especially Ministry of Ecology, local authorities, European Investment Bank as our primary, let's say, financiers of projects implemented by PROCON. In the meantime, we also had a cooperation with EBRD, with CEB. From this year, we will have a new project with World Bank. It is announced already, not officially signed, but it will start with implementation, hopefully in the fourth quarter of this year. Of course, there is a EU delegation to Montenegro and different companies which take part in as contractors in projects implemented by PROCON. You can see here, this is currently status of our activities. 14 active projects in 11 municipalities with total value more than 200 million euros, out of which 90 million euros were provided through different grants, mainly Western Balkan Investment Framework grants. Ongoing projects are those in municipalities of Cetinje, Kolašin, Mojkovac, Bilo Polje, Ulcinj. You can see what is the topic of those projects. Some of them are in tendering phase. Some of them are in construction phase, And some of the projects of which maybe I will speak a little bit are the one who we are preparing for future implementation. Actually, from this list that you can see here, Cetinje is in tendering phase, Kolašin Mojkovac are in contract signing or preparation for start of construction phase. Bilopolje, Ulcinj and kindergartens in Bar are in construction phase. On this list, which is maybe more interesting for you, are the projects that we are preparing currently or that will be implemented in the near future, meaning hopefully to start in 27 or 28. For these projects, we are in different phase of preparation. Some of them are in the tendering procedures. For example, Nikšić sewage network. Last week we have published a tender, and feel free to request tender documents and to see whether you are interested in participation. It is worth to mention that we are publishing tenders to be implemented by Procon on our website, procon.me, and also the tenders were published on the Tenders Europe Daily, on the official journal of the European Union, as well as on the websites of the municipalities that are final beneficiaries of the projects. Some of these projects, of course, will be prepared for tendering during next year, but all relevant information you may find on our website, or feel free to contact us for further details. During these almost 17 or 17 years of implementation, we have completed projects worth approximately 150 million euros, and in the next implementing period, let's say until 2032, we will have probably approximately 300 million euros projects to be implemented in the sector. In general, you can see in the next slides some of the pictures from the projects that are being implemented by Procon. And considering the time limit and everything, I will close my presentation now, but feel free to ask when on the QA session at the end of the webinar today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dragutin. Very interesting. Next, I would like to introduce Vodacom, which is a joint service and coordination company for water supply and wastewater management for the Montenegrin coast. We now invite Ms. Milica Ivanic, who is the VIC Capacity Development Project Manager, to share an overview as well of the completed, ongoing, and planned projects in the water and wastewater sector that fall under your responsibility. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to be part of this webinar. Today, I will present you water supply and sanitation program along the Adriatic coast, implemented with support with KfW. Vodacom acts as the project executing agency for the project funded by German Development Bank, KfW. We have more than 20 years of experience in implementing infrastructure projects in the water supply and wastewater management sector on the Montenegrin coast. Our role is to coordinate the organizational, technical, and financial aspects of the project in cooperation with our local utilities. So far, significant results have been achieved with this program. More than 130 kilometers of sewage network, 92 kilometers of water supply network, 34 pumping stations, and 2 wastewater treatment plants, one for Kotor Tivat and one for Herceg-Novi. The total value of implemented investment exceeds 217 million euros. Here we can see one of the key completed projects, the wastewater treatment plant in Tivat and Kotor. This facility is a part of our Phase 4 program and represents an important step forward in improving wastewater management in this area. The program has been implemented in several municipalities through different phases. In Bar, the total investment value is implemented is about 15 million euros, and in Herceg-Novi, the total value is 33 million euros, including construction of wastewater treatment plant. In Tivat and Kotor, projects have been implemented through multiple phases. The total investment value is approximately 35 million euros for Tivat and 8.8 million euros for Kotor. These projects included construction and reconstruction of both water supply and sewage network. In this slide, you can see that currently the project in Ulcin is ongoing. It's ongoing. It's Phase 4, covering the period from 2016 to 2026. The estimated value of this project is around 26 million euros. It includes construction and reconstruction of water supply network and sewage network. The next phase of Kotor is especially important. We are focusing on the recent Perast area, which is one of the most sensitive and valuable parts of the bay, not just from an infrastructure point of view, but from a tourism perspective as well. This area carries a significant share of the region's tourism potential, and any improvement in wastewater and water supply directly impacts environmental protection and visitor experience. That's why this phase is not just a technical upgrade, it's a strategic investment. The project includes 24 kilometers of water supply, 30 kilometers of sewage network, and 13 pumping stations. The estimated value of this project is around 33 million euros. Okay. A similar project is planned for Tivat. The total estimated value is 27.7 million euros, including new design water supply network, new design sewage network, and additional pumping station. The projects are supported through YBIF, Western Balkans Investment Framework. The total grant contribution for Tivat Kotor is around 22 million euros, which plays a key role in enabling the implementation of these infrastructure investments. Okay. And for us, a key focus is the wastewater treatment plant in Ulcin. The total project value is around 31.7 million euros. This project is essential for improving environmental protection and aligning with EU standards. That's all from my part. Thank you for your attention. If you have questions, I'm here.
Thank you, Milica. Now, finally, the Association of Montenegrin Waterworks will briefly present its work and provide a short overview of the annual international conference it organizes in Montenegro. As the Austrian Federal Chamber of the Austrian Federal Economic Chamber, we will organize a trade mission in October that will follow the conference program, for which we already warmly invite you to join us. Mr. Andrija Simovic is the project manager and will now share a bit more with us about this conference.
Thank you. Last but not least, good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you and thank you for this opportunity on behalf of Association of Waterworks of Montenegro. Today I will present opportunities for cooperation between Montenegro water sector and Austrian companies with a special focus on the Montenegro Water Conference, and I'm delighted to have you here. Can you change the slides? The association was founded before almost 30 years, and today it brings together all water supply companies, wastewater treatment plants, regional water supply companies for coastal region of Montenegro and Vodacom. Our mission is clear: to strengthen professional capacity and promote sustainable water management across Montenegro. Our activities, we are focused on three main areas. First, training and capacity building, including courses on, for example, non-revenue water asset management, water safety, planning and risk management, etc. Second is international cooperation as a member of the European Water Association, also member of International Association of Water Works in the new catchment area from Vienna and partners with the new water program. And third, advocacy, we represent and protect interests of our members in front of local, national and international institutions. Also promoting modernization of infrastructure and alignment with European Union standards. Our flagship event is the Montenegro Water Conference, organized with the Union of Municipalities of Montenegro and supported by line ministries and other stakeholders dealing with water sector in Montenegro. It brings together local and international experts, provides networking opportunities, and showcases innovative technologies. Most importantly, it strengthens cooperation between Montenegrin and European partners. Montenegro water sector is undergoing modernization. Infrastructure upgrades are urgently needed, and EU as well as international funding is available. We already heard from our colleague Dragutin that we have prepared and ready for implementation World Bank project in Montenegro. This creates open opportunities for partnership and also investments where Austrian expertise can play a crucial role. We warmly invite Austrian companies to join us at the Montenegro Water Conference. This is an excellent opportunity to present your solution and technologies, meet local partners, and explore cooperation in sustainable water management. Importantly, collaboration is also possible within the framework of the Wirtschaftskammer, which further strengthens the potential of joint projects. Why Austria? Austria is recognized for its leadership in sustainable water technologies with a strong track record in treatment, monitoring and infrastructure development. These strengths align perfectly with Montenegro's needs, creating natural synergy for cooperation. And last slide, you can see current status of wastewater treatment plants in Montenegro. Montenegro operates several wastewater treatment plants across the country. Importantly, a new one in Podgorica, capital city of Montenegro, or biggest city in Montenegro, is under construction, marking a major step forward in modernizing national infrastructure and ensuring compliance with European Union environmental standards. So at the end, we look forward to building strong partnership that will strengthen Montenegro water sector and ensure sustainable management for the future. Thank you very much for your attention, or danke.
Thank you very much. I now invite all the participants to raise their questions, either in the chat, or if possible, you can also turn on the microphone for that. In the meantime, if you cannot think of any question right away, I do have a question. I would like to know how all of you, our four experts, interpret, or how you would classify the EU accession. It is planned by Montenegro country to happen in 2028. Would you think that that will be like a turning point where the investments will even increase, or would you say it will be more or less the same as it is now?
I'm not sure that is the question for me, but maybe can answer colleagues.
Yes.
Yes, we expect the project will be increased in the wastewater treatment, because we have obligation, and we in the period will be open more funds for these projects. Yes, and we for very important for company of in your country, that all project from and procurement in this project international and open for good and quality company of Europe.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, and we in the future increase that expect that increase number of the project, because we expect that Montenegro in the future period will be part of EU. This is one reason, and the second reason is because we have new directive about wastewater treatment plant and sewage system. This directive Parliament of EU adopted 2024, and very hard and a strong directive, because in this directive we must have in the future have a lot of more agglomeration than now, because limit not 2000 population equivalent, 1000 limit. And we have a new decrease of the treatment, not only tertial, quarter treatment added to new directive, energetic, zero energetic spend for the wastewater treatment plant, and very strong monitoring, new wastewater environment resilience will be included, and we now intensive go different meeting workshop how implement this obligation.
Thank you,
Thank
Snezhana,
you.
for
Yes,
your answer.
and for us, very important that company of Austria that this company provide use information about this project, and that this company for the link, web link of the Procon, Vodacom, and unit implementation in Montenegro follow what happened about some project, tender, procurement, and similar.
Mm-hmm.
Because open space about cooperation and best open cooperation with different countries about project.
Yes.
Thank you.
We heard before where we can look at the tenders. We will then in a follow-up email provide the participants of today's webinar with the links to these tender sites so that they were always up to date. I see in the meantime we received a question in the chat. So I'm not sure if it's only directed to you, Snezhana, or like all the other speakers, but you can leave the camera on. So the question is, who are the main construction companies involved in the building of wastewater treatment plants? And Mr. Blauensteiner, if you want to like specify your question, I think you should be able to turn on the microphone, if not just text. Yes. So,
can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the question is, who is the main players on the market, which are basically are the EPC contractors who are taking the whole projects from installations point of view, equipment, and etc.
Mm-hmm. And did you direct this question to anyone in particular?
Not really. Who is able to answer it? Let's say it like that.
Okay. So yeah, Dragutin, please.
Okay, I will try to answer on this. Actually, from the Procon perspective, of course. In the past, main companies that were involved in the treatment plant construction were originated from EU mainly. Currently, from the Spain, from Greece, currently we receive a lot of interest from the Turkish companies and Turkish, Greek, from Austria, for example. We never had a company for treatment plant, but had for the sewage network construction. It is quite, the market is not so wide for this kind of works, and the interest of the EU companies is a little bit limited. I must say that, and we are trying, even though the financing comes from EU funding. Mainly, I would say that right now the Turkish companies are the one who are the most interested one to enter into Montenegrin market. Thank you.
Milica, do you also see it the same way?
From perspective of Vodacom, wastewater treatment plant in Kotor Tivat was built by VTE company, and wastewater treatment plant in Herceg-Novi was built by Mas Gintash. So all investments activities are contract obligation of the contractor. That's from my.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe information in some municipality was in the past present Slovenian company and Spain company too.
I hope this question was helpful. Are there any further questions? Now is the time you have for experts here. Feel free. Yes, Mr. Softic.
First of all, thank you very much for the presentation, for the webinar, and the chance to have a quite good overview of the situation in Montenegro. My name is Hasan Softic. I'm working for Sensible. We are supporting local waste management plans, wastewater plans regarding pH sensoring and the calibration of pH and so on and so forth. My question is pretty similar to Mr. Blauenstein, I guess. Yes. How do we approach to the market, to the constructors, to the companies with our solutions? I think someone has mentioned an event, but how can we approach now to introduce this solution, which in fact would be cost effective for this whole situation, because it's a pretty critical situation of the pH sensoring of wastewater, and pretty challenging facts, and with our solution we can minimize that. So how can we approach, or how can I approach to someone, and do you have any contacts for me? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very interesting question. Maybe I can ask Snezana or Andrea to start first with their inputs.
If you asking us for contact from Montenegro, we can provide related to partner companies or whatever you need. Also, you can connect. I mentioned Montenegro Water Conference. You can connect with a lot of partners at exactly that event, which traditionally organized in October.
This is a very good idea, because in the water conference organize a presentation some company. No, this is one part of the conference.
Exhibition.
Like exhibition of the lot of company who want to present work and activity must present in the conference and this exhibition in Montenegro in October every year. And the association of water supply and wastewater include all water supply company and enterprise in Montenegro. In Montenegro, you know, maybe like other country organize from that municipality, organize according your enterprise from the water and wastewater, collect wastewater and different activity. And Andrea, very important person in this communication with these people, because now in Montenegro 40, I think 24 maybe municipality
20.
And 25 municipality and 25 water supply and wastewater enterprise. And all contact was Andrea in about that.
Just to add to Montenegro Water Conference is international event, and it gather not just companies from Montenegro but from region of West Balkan and beyond.
international.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Not just company, but all participants and stakeholders dealing with water sector.
Yes.
So I guess So I guess the best way to approach is to get to the exhibition in October and present the company with a solution. Is there any, I would say, earlier approach? You said I could contact you as well, maybe.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
also would like to add that my colleague, Ms. Biljana Radonjic, maybe you can also turn on the camera so that people have a face. She is our head of office of the Austrian Chamber of Commerce there. And she has lots of context and can also do some research and try to help to find the right contact people. So I would suggest to, if you have any clear idea what you're looking for, maybe Biljana, you would like to add something. You're still muted.
Thank you, Anna. Yes, you're welcome to contact us too. We can try to make a link with directly with Montenegro company. Today you learned more about the organization in Montenegro, who also can provide you with information, with details and with contacts. And you're welcome, and we hope that also I say it again, the conference in October will be the opportunity to come in touch and contact live with other companies and with other players in Montenegro. But yes, you are welcome to contact us anytime before that. So please do it.
Thank you very much. I will.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, we do have a question. Yes, please go ahead. From the Holbold Consulting Company, I see.
Thank you so much. Actually, it's more like a comment because I'm deeply connected with some of those projects already implemented in Montenegro, because my name is Ksenia Simonovic and I was a bid manager exactly for VT Wassertechnik for the project in Kotor Tivat. And the comment would be actually regarding attracting the companies to participate on tender from European Union. I would suggest really to make a very high quality requirements already during tender period, because then you will also have a good quality of the work implemented in the projects. So this is the comments, how the Austrian company maybe would like to come to Montenegro and to participate on the water treatment project. Thank you so much. It was very nice to hear about all these projects that are on the pipeline. But I would draw attention already to the tendering phase, because it's very important to request the high quality of works, because what we learned from the project is if it's not meet already in this tendering phase, that there are a lot of problems during implementation phase. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this comment, which I think is very interesting indeed. Hassan, would you like to add something to that?
Yeah, thank you very much for this comment. Who is responsible for such, I would say, to keep the standard of the tendering high? Who is the one responsible to say what Montenegro wastewater management plants need? That would be a interesting question. So some of our solutions, for example, could be implemented in this tendering as such a higher standard as said in a comment.
Maybe I try to respond for this question. Standard defined from the law of Montenegro and from the different by law act and this is harmonized from the directive. Standard about wastewater, like in other EU country, and because we totally transpose in all directive. And from the tender, we use procedure EU bank who finance this tender, like KfW, European Investment Bank, Prague if tender finance from the IPA fund, and different.
Who is responsible? The tender.
Yeah, exactly. Who is
tender,
writing the tender? That's my
yes,
question.
yes,
Thank you for.
Yes, this is unit for implementation project. Unit for implementation project. Procon and Vodacom, maybe Dragutin explain how going procedure about that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Snežana, and thank you, Hasan, for your question. Actually, as I previously explained, we are the one who are preparing tender documents for projects implemented by Procon in close cooperation with local authorities and IFIs and sometimes international consultants, but those tender documents were based on previously prepared documents, of course. Majority of treatment plant tenders goes like design and build contract, FIDIC Yellow Book more particularly. So we had at the time of tender documents preparation, we have a pretty much clear picture what we want to do with our project. Sometimes the technology, if you mean on the processes, on technology, on the way of treatment of water. We are collecting data from the feasibility studies and sometimes even from the preliminary design, which is in the Montenegro, is being prepared almost on the basis, on the level of detailed design, meaning that the technology is predefined. But that is in some cases. In some other cases, in cooperation with IFI, we define, let's say, some kind of framework in which the companies who are bidding must provide some kind of design for the tendering procedures and to see what kind of technology will be used for further for project development. There are different kind of approaches here actually. For Procon sakes, majority of project goes like technology was predefined and then we go with tendering. For some new projects, there is a chance that tenders provide some kind of their proposal, but every time it has to fit into framework that is already predefined. I hope that this clears up the situation.
Thank you very much, Dragutin. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. If you have questions afterwards, feel free to send an email and we will happily answer that. I will now wish you all a good day and thank you very much for this lively contribution also from the participants. And yes, it was a pleasure having you. Bye.